Hey Lauren, Connor here with Handy Toyota. So this is that 2011 Sienna. I was just going to show you a couple things about it. I'm just going to go over a couple of the features, different specs, and I'm going to show you how the size of it ranks up compared to that Chrysler. So that 2011 Sienna comes with a 3.5 liter V6 and also a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now both of those are going to help you achieve a gas mileage anywhere between 19 and 24 miles per gallon overall, which is pretty good for a 3.5 V6, especially in a vehicle that's going to be an 8-passenger and it's a bit bigger than your average Sienna. So on the front of the vehicle here, we have multi-reflector halogen headlights. They're going to be a lot better for the visibility, not only the driver, but also oncoming traffic. They're going to be a bit more reflective, so it's going to be easier to see them at night. We're going to have the chrome surround on the grille here, and the black carbon fiber grille itself. Now, as we come around to the side here, we're going to have our 17-inch alloy wheels. Now, alloy wheels are actually going to be a little bit more durable and lighter than your average steel wheel, so it's going to help out that gas mileage and make driving that much easier, especially cornering and things of that nature. As we come around to the side, we're going to have the automatic sliding doors. Just touch the handle and it's going to pop right open for you. We're going to have our second row captain's chairs and then also the third row seating in the back, including that 8th seat as we had mentioned. So as we come around to the back of the vehicle here, I want to show you how the tailgate works. Basically it's just going to be a button and it's air compressed, so it's going to pop right up. And when these seats fold down, as you can see here, we're going to stow away wicked easy. Just the pull of a lever, and this is going to fold up and open up that cargo space a lot more for us. As you can see, not only do we have all those extra seats with the 8th seat here that's going to fold right down, that's going to pop out. You can actually set that up right in the middle there, right in the center console. It's going to make it wicked easy for storage. It just pops right back in and it's just a simple clip to hold it in there. So also right up underneath that tailgate, we got this little tiny camera. Even back in 2011, they started using the backup cam, so whenever you throw it in reverse, it's going to have that projected path of what's behind you. It's going to make backing into parking spots that much easier, especially if you have a car full of people. So for the head unit, as we can see here, it's going to be a multifunctional head unit. We have the 2 FM stations. We're going to have the AM, and we're also going to have the Sirius XM, which is going to be standard on this. It's something that you definitely have to add on to through Sirius, but it is capable for the satellite radio. And right up above that, we're going to have this little tiny screen that's going to give us the time, and that's also where that backup cam is going to be. So whenever I throw it in reverse, it's going to give us that picture of what's behind us. So this is also going to be Bluetooth capable, so you can actually link a Bluetooth device, whether it be your smartphone or an MP3 player device, and you can use it right through the Sienna itself. And right on the steering wheel here, we have all our controls for the head unit, so not only can you control them there, but they're also going to be right here on the left side of the steering wheel. And on the right side is the Bluetooth connection. Now it's also got a voice recognition button, so if you press that button in and say call so-and-so in your contacts list or play this certain song, it's going to recognize that voice, and it's going to make that call for you, and then you can speak right through the speakers of the Sienna, so you never have to put your hands on your phone. So for the climate center, we're going to have all our different options right here. AC obviously definitely works. It's kind of hard to find a car without AC nowadays. We're also going to have our rear climate control as well, so you can actually set the different temperature for the rear. It's going to have its own separate fans and everything like that. Everything's going to be multifunctional for the section of the vehicle. And like I mentioned before, we have that 6-speed transmission. We also have the Tiptronics feature, So if you ever need to downshift or upshift or anything like that, maybe getting around somebody on the interstate, you can actually shift down. You can drop all the way down into first. I mean, permitted your speed, if you're going 40 miles an hour, it's not going to let you drop down into first or second gear. So that's considered a safety feature. But if you ever need it, you can always drop down a gear. It's going to work the same, just as if you press down harder on the pedal, it's still going to shift for you, just like a normal automatic would. But then it's also got that shift feature as well. And we're also going to have a couple different storage units here. We're going to have our cup holders that pop right out. And right on the left side of that, we have our 12-volt plug-in. This is going to be for the driver, so we have our anything that's car accessible to plug in, like a car charger. That's where it's going to fit in. We have another small storage unit right underneath that, as you can see there. And I think all these compartments actually slide right out to make it a lot easier for cleaning. I know this one down here definitely does. If I can get my fingers under it, I don't have much for fingernails, so that's going to make that a lot easier to clean. And actually right below that, we have another 12-volt plug-in. So that's also for the passenger. We have another one. And right next to that, we have our USB and auxiliary port plug-ins. So not only is it Bluetooth capable, but you're going to be able to plug in your USB or auxiliary cord if you still have one of those. Now for the center console, couple more storage units. We have another set of cup holders, so that makes 4 for the 2 front passengers. And I think we have a 20-liter console here, pretty big. I'm not sure if you can see it that well through the camera. So for the sun visors, for the driver and the passenger, they're both going to be the extended ones, so you can actually slide them out a little extra. And it's going to have the vanity mirror with the lights on it as well, same with the passenger side. And right up in the middle here, we have our controls for the side door, so all I got to do is push that in. It's going to open up the side door for us, and it's going to shut it as well. So I'll wait for it to get open here. Press that, it's going to shut it. And we have our 2 dome lights here, as you can see. And then we have our sunglasses holder. And then if you put this about halfway back up, it's actually going to work just like a mirror. It's probably kind of hard to see through the camera again, but it's actually going to be it's kind of like a fisheye type deal where you can see everybody in the back. So for the second row seats, we're going to have the captain's chairs, which essentially is just going to be the single chairs here, as you can see. It's not going to be the bench seats. These slide forward and back, all the way completely back and forth. And they also have the reclining feature, so they're going to go back and forth, as you can see here, to make it easier to get to that third row. And not only that, but they're actually going to be completely removable too. So all I got to do is pop this up right here, pull this handle, and you can actually take the seats out in general. So you can open up the entire midsection, and I think you could fit I'd say probably 10 people in here if you took these seats out. I mean, of course, there's no seat belts for 10 people, but you get my drift there. Now, I pulled that third row seat out, so I want to show you how that works. Basically, you just stick it down in. There's 2 little hook spots. Pop them in, and you got your eighth passenger seat here. Now, I'm going to take you around the back, show you how those third row seats stack up. So as I showed you before, this is going to be that third row seating. They're just going to slide up just like that, and you pull them back and they'll lock into place. It's going to open up underneath the storage, and as you can see here, it's pretty big. I mean, I only have to squat just a little bit and I can basically stand in it. Not only that, but we're going to have our 12-volt plug-in here, so passengers in the back seat can also have that convenience of the charger with a little light as well. And over on the side here, we got another storage space. Whenever you're using that 8th seat, we're going to have another option for storage here as well. So again, Lauren, I'm Connie here at Handy Toyota, and I just showed you a lot of the cool features on our 2011 Sienna. Again, you can reach me here at 802-528-2252, but I already have all your information, so I'll definitely be in contact with you as soon as I can. Thanks.